Hi, my name is Emily Bjornson, and today I will be presenting on working on the register during COVID-19, or developing skills to effectively ring someone out during the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's begin. Overview. In this training presentation, we will look at our training objective, how to use the register, how to ring someone out on the register, the procedures to keeping everyone safe during COVID-19. And here is our training objective. At the end of this training session, trainees will be able to effectively ring out multiple customers and accomplish the necessary procedures to keep you and others safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. How to use the register, where we will start. If you are like me, you had one of these toy registers, as you see right here, as a kid. I had one of them and I loved playing with them, which is possibly why I am passionate about teaching people how to use the register. But when you're using this, it's a lot more simple than actually using a register. So I want to teach others how to use the register effectively so that they know how to do it, and also safely, so we can keep people safe, not only keep the workers safe, but the customers safe from this disease we're going through right now. Now we will talk about how to use the register. As you can see, this is a great example of someone ringing out customers. You see the two workers right there and the two customers, and they are both ringing them out currently. So how do we use the register? The register is what you use to ring people out. The register must first be opened by management before you can use it. So when management comes in, they usually will unlock it, open it up, count how much money is in the register, and if the right amount is in there, they will have it open and allow you to use it. They also do the same thing at night. Instead, they count it and they close it for the night. So before you ring, you need to make sure it is open. Now, we start the transaction by unlocking the register with your specific employee number and password. When you work there, you will get an employee number, and then you will create a password, a specific password that you know that you can use to unlock the register. When you start the transaction, you can put in the customer's information. This can be email, this could be a phone number, or address. At my job, we personally use email, so when they come over, we ask them what is their email so that they can keep up with our store and some of the deals we have going on, but we can also keep up with their points and give them savings for the future. The register also has many tools to improve how your store runs. These are extremely helpful to understanding how your store is doing for that day. For example, we have a tool that shows you how much money your store made today. We also have a tool that shows you your average dollar sale, and we have a tool that also shows the average unit per transaction. So we also have a tool that shows the sales that the workers aided in. So who aided in the most sales today. There's another tool that also allows you to look up items in the store to tell you if you have that item, or to look up items in other stores so you can know what stores have. How to ring someone out on the register. The first step to ringing someone out on the register is to call them over. You want to call them over so they know that you're ready to check them out. Also, feel free to ask them if they found everything okay or how their day went. We obviously want to make the customers feel comfortable in the store and feel appreciated. And overall, if you are happy, if they're happy, it's going to go over a lot smoother. Number 2, we want to greet them, then unlock the register and start the transaction. So you're going to greet them, type in your personal employee number, your password, and you're going to go ahead and start the transaction. You are going to get the email, and if they do not want it, obviously tell them one more time, tell them why it's beneficial to get the email, but if they don't want it at that point, just bypass the page. Scan all the items and make sure. I like to recount every item again just to make sure my number on the register and my number with the items matches, and then hit total and ask them what their payment type is. After they pay, you can hand the customer their bag and send them on their way. And I always like to say, I also like to tell them, have a great day. Now we are going to look at the procedures to keeping everything safe during COVID-19. This is a poster I feel in my job I see a lot nowadays. This poster is spread a lot in my work. And it's a really good reminder just to look at the CDC's procedures to keeping everything safe, but we're going to touch on them. Because of the current pandemic of COVID-19 we are in, we need to follow some procedures to keep the customers safe and the workers. As you can see right here, these two people have this plastic between them. This can keep safe from the spread of germs between the two customers because there is that barrier in between them. If one of them coughed or sneezed, this would help the particles not reach her so easily. So one of the biggest things we need to remember to do during this COVID-19 is we need to remember to clean and disinfect surfaces. We need to disinfect surfaces every other hour, or if you see someone who is coughing or sick who has touched items, feel free to go ahead and disinfect them. I've seen many children who seem to be sick and they're just touching a lot of items, and after they're gone, I'll just go ahead and disinfect that area. This includes the areas we need to disinfect includes frequently used counters, benches, and some of the hardware. At my job, we personally disinfect the counter after every customer buys their stuff, so everything is clean and everything is disinfected. Distance. This is another important thing. We need to remember to stay 6 feet away from customers and your fellow employees because you never know if someone has COVID-19. This is one of the guidelines that the CDC recommended, was to stay 6 feet away because it can help eliminate the spread of COVID-19. So always remember that. Another thing is masks. As you can see in this picture, it's a great example. Everyone in this picture is currently wearing a mask. The CDC has recommended wearing masks and says it will be helpful if you sneeze or cough. It will eliminate the particles that are spread into the air. Gloves. We need to remember to wear gloves when we are at the register or handling money. As you can see right here, this is another great example. She is currently wearing gloves, and I believe the person back there is also wearing gloves while she's handling this man's groceries. This will keep not only her safe from touching things that he's held, but it will also keep him safe. He never knows, she might have it or he might have it. This will keep them safe overall from spreading too many germs. Money. When doing a cash transaction, make sure to not directly take cash from the customer's hands. Ask them to set it on the counter and then pick it up. This is important because it eliminates contact from you and the customer. And I would always wear gloves either way because you never know how long you've had money. I know personally for me, I feel like there's some money that just doesn't seem like in my wallet, seems dingy, so you don't never know what is on the money. So always wear gloves as well. Some conclusions on ringing people out during COVID-19. It is extremely important to give the customer a good experience when you are ringing them out. Of course, it is their last impression they will have on your store. When ringing people out, it is smart to remember to disinfect and keep contact limited to keep your customers safe and you safe from spreading COVID-19. Overall, you want to provide customers a great experience when ringing them out so they not only feel comfortable, but they are willing to come back in the future. Working at the register is extremely important, especially during this COVID-19, but also knowing how to effectively ring out on the customer. A huge thing, keeping people safe from the spread of COVID-19 is extremely important. Since people want to come and shop in your store, it is important to keep them safe since they are already risking COVID-19 by coming outside. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned about using the register, ringing someone out on the register, and some of the COVID-19 procedures we need to follow to keep others safe. And there's my references.